The city pulsed with life, a cacophony of honking horns, shouting street vendors, and laughter spilling from crowded cafes. It was a world that spun on the axis of ambition, each person a cog in the relentless machine of progress. And yet, on the fringes of this urban jungle, nestled between a crumbling brick wall and a shattered glass storefront, a man named Leo painted a different picture. Leo had been living on the streets for years, his existence a shadow among the towering skyscrapers. His clothes were tattered and stained, and his beard was wild and unkempt. Yet there was a spark in his eyes, a flicker of defiance against a world that seemed to have forgotten him. Each day, he set up his makeshift art station, a trove of spray cans and discarded cardboard. With each stroke of paint, he poured his soul into the city's forgotten corners, transforming the drab into the extraordinary. He worked tirelessly, creating vibrant murals that told stories of hope, despair, and resilience. Passers-by would stop, intrigued by the splashes of color that danced across the concrete. Children pointed, giggling at the fantastical creatures Leo conjured, while adults paused for a moment, their hearts tugged by the emotion woven into each piece. "Look, Mommy, it's a dragon!" a little girl squealed, her eyes wide, with wonder. "Shh, sweetie. Don't disturb the artist," her mother whispered, though she was captivated too, her gaze lingering on the mural of a dragon soaring through a starry sky. Leo smiled at the girl, a warmth spreading through him. The world might have turned its back, but in these moments, he felt seen. Days passed, each blending into the next. Leo poured his heart into his art, but the city remained oblivious to his talent. That was until a young woman named Mia stumbled across his work. She was an intern at a local gallery, her dreams of becoming a curator tethered by the mundane tasks of cleaning and filing. When she spotted Leo's mural of a phoenix rising from ashes, she felt a jolt of inspiration. "Wow!" she breathed, stepping closer, her fingers itching to touch the vibrant colors. "This is incredible." Leo looked up, surprised. "Thanks, it's just a wall." "No, it's more than that." Mia's voice was firm, her excitement bubbling over. "You've captured something profound here. This is art. It deserves to be seen." Leo chuckled, the sound rough around the edges. "Art? I'm just a guy with some spray cans and a lot of time." "No, really. You need to share this." She pulled out her phone, snapping pictures as the sun set behind them, casting a golden hue over the mural. "I work at a gallery. I could help you." "Help me? With what?" His skepticism was evident, but her enthusiasm was infectious. "Let me show this to my boss. I think it could be part of a community exhibit. We need something raw, something real." Leo hesitated. Trust didn't come easy on the streets, but something in her earnest gaze pushed him forward. "All right, but no promises," he said, his voice gravelly yet hopeful. Mia grinned, a flash of determination lighting her eyes. "Just give me a chance." That evening, as Leo lay on a cardboard bed beneath the stars, he thought about Mia's words. Could his art really find a place beyond the streets? The next week unfolded like a dream. With Mia's help, Leo's work was showcased in the gallery, a small room adorned with canvases and sculptures. He watched from the sidelines, heart racing as people wandered through, their eyes wide with wonder. "Did you see that one?" a man said, gesturing towards a mural of a child holding a balloon. "It's haunting." "Yeah, it's like he's trying to reach for something lost," another woman replied, her voice thick with emotion. Leo stood by, a mixture of pride and disbelief swirling within him. He had never imagined his art could evoke such feelings. "Mia!" he called out, catching her attention. "They actually like it." "Of course they do." "You have a gift, Leo." She beamed, her enthusiasm infectious. "Just wait until they see the rest." As the night wore on, laughter and chatter filled the air, underscored by the soft hum of a nearby jazz band. But amidst the celebration, a knot of anxiety twisted in Leo's stomach. The art world could be fickle, and he was no more than a street artist. What if they turned away, seeing only the grime beneath his talent? Suddenly the gallery doors swung open, and a gust of wind swept through. In stumbled a figure, a man dressed sharply in a tailored suit. He surveyed the room, his eyes landing on Leo's pieces with an analytical gaze. "Interesting work," he muttered, his voice dripping with condescension. "Who's the artist? Some homeless guy?" Mia's brow furrowed, but Leo stepped forward, his heart pounding. "Yeah, that's me. What's it to you?" "Just curious," the man replied, smirking. "Art is all about context, you know. I wonder how much this stuff is worth." Leo felt a flush of anger rise in his chest. "It's not about the money," he shot back, clenching his fists. "It's about what it means." "Right. Well, good luck with that." The man turned, his laughter echoing as he walked away. Mia shot Leo a reassuring look. "Don't let him get to you. You're here because your art matters." But as the night continued, whispers circulated. Some admired Leo's talent, while others dismissed it as a gimmick. The tension hung heavy in the air, and Leo could feel it closing in around him. Days turned into weeks, and the exhibit gained traction. Social media buzzed with Leo's name. Articles were written, and even local news stations showed interest. But as the attention grew, so did the weight of expectation. "Leo, you need to create something new," Mia urged one afternoon, her eyes bright with excitement. "The city needs to see more of you." "I don't know," Leo muttered, staring at a blank canvas. "What if they don't like it?" "Or what if they love it?" she countered, her voice rising with enthusiasm. "You can't let fear hold you back. You've got something special. Use it." He sighed, the pressure mounting. The streets had been his canvas, but now the world was watching. "Fine," he said finally, determination creeping into his voice. "I'll do it." And so he did. Leo poured his heart into a new mural, a sprawling depiction of the city itself, its beauty and chaos intertwined. Each stroke was a release, a raw expression of his journey from despair to hope. The day of the unveiling arrived, and the gallery buzzed with anticipation. Mia stood by Leo, her excitement palpable as they prepared for the crowd. "Just breathe," she whispered, squeezing his hand. As the curtain dropped, gasps filled the room. The mural was alive, a whirlwind of color and emotion. "Wow," someone murmured. "This is incredible. I can feel the energy," another voice chimed in. But as the applause rose, so did a familiar sneer. The suited man from before appeared again, his disdain unmistakable. "Impressive, for a street artist," he scoffed, though there was a hint of begrudging admiration in his tone. "But can you sustain this? Art needs depth, a story behind it. Can you deliver?" Leo felt the weight of his words, but he stood tall. Art isn't just about depth, it's about connection. It's about speaking to the heart. The man raised an eyebrow, intrigued. "Then let's see if you can keep that connection alive." With the stakes higher than ever, Leo plunged into his work, fueled by the pressure of expectation. He painted feverishly, creating pieces that spoke of his struggles and triumphs, but the weight of the world pressed down on him. One night, as he sat in front of a new mural, exhaustion washed over him like a tidal wave. He had pushed himself too far, and doubt crept in like a thief in the night. "Maybe I'm not cut out for this," he murmured, staring at the colors that felt dull under his fingertips. Mia found him there, her expression softening. "Leo, you've come so far. Don't lose sight of what matters." "I can't keep up with this," he confessed, the vulnerability in his voice raw. "What if I can't deliver?" "Then you're human," she said, kneeling beside him. "But you've already delivered so much. Your art has a voice. Don't let fear silence it." With her words echoing in his mind, Leo took a deep breath. He returned to the canvas, his hands shaking but determined. Days of tireless work followed, and soon Leo unveiled his latest piece, a mural of a giant heart, wrapped in chains but bursting with vibrant flowers. It was a declaration of strength, invulnerability, and resilience against the odds. As people gathered around, the gallery buzzed with excitement. "Look at that!" someone exclaimed. "It's powerful!" "I can feel the struggle," another voice chimed in. But before Leo could fully embrace the moment, the suited man appeared again, this time with a different air. "You've done well, Leo," he admitted, his tone begrudgingly respectful. "You've managed to create something meaningful." Leo's heart raced, a mixture of pride and disbelief flooding through him. "Thanks," he replied, trying to mask his surprise. I wanted to show that strength can come from our scars." Interesting perspective. The man nodded, then walked away, leaving Leo to absorb the change in the air. As the exhibit continued, Leo felt a shift in himself. The pressure was still there, but alongside it was a newfound belief in his art and its impact. Months later, a buzz of excitement filled the gallery as news spread that Leo's work had gained national attention. "Can you believe it?" Mia exclaimed, her eyes sparkling. "You're going to be featured in a major art publication." Leo chuckled, disbelief still lingering. "I'm just a guy with spray cans." "No, you're an artist," she corrected, her tone serious. "Your voice matters." As they celebrated, Leo realized the power of his journey. From the streets to the gallery walls, he had transformed not just his art, but his very existence. In the heart of the city, he stood surrounded by those who had once looked past him. "Thank you for seeing me," he said, his voice steady. And with that, Leo picked up a spray can, a smile creeping onto his face. The world was still a chaotic mess, but now he was part of it. A vibrant splash of color in a world longing for connection.